Oh yeah, so I'm doing a bit of laying on my front because my spine's playing up a little bit at the moment and the hip joint area. So I thought I'd carry on where I left off. Finished watching the video I was watching. Missed the stream there. Like I said, because I was watching something about the Mariana Trench. Always learning about energy and how energy travels around the planet. See, there's a point to it. See, before I got put in prison, I was learning about seismology and energy paths and all that sort of stuff. Yeah. When I was bored and disabled and locked up back or something, laying on my bed, I'd sort of do something like that to use up my time rather than watching videos and stuff. So I've gone from a building labourer to somebody that's like exploring his ability, making connections about energy and how energy moves around the planet and all that. Yeah, so there was no prison story before I went to prison, was it? Or you see what I mean? But that happened in there as well. And the state's well aware that I'm learning that sort of stuff because they've, while I was serving my sentence, gone through my whole smartphone, haven't they? So they know what I do online. They can use that one to link into my laptop system so they can remotely access all my laptop system and everything while I'm inside. So they know what I've been doing online, who I talk to online, that sort of stuff. Probably raised a few eyebrows, but there's nothing sinister going on, I think. It's just like one bloke helping this bloke there and that bloke helping that bloke there, and you know what I mean, why did he do that then? It's like, and then they'd think, oh right, yeah, I see what that was about, yeah. So they're learning to work me out, and they've gone through everything online while I'm not getting access to it. Guaranteed that's what happened. Past videos made, all that sort of stuff. They've got access to everything. They can delete, change anything, what they want to do, what they want while I'm in there, yeah. I'm not concerned about that. I miss my internet, but not concerned about it. There's nothing on there that's criminal, shall I say. As they would use the term criminal. But still, things what I've said have happened. Yeah, and they had full access to it before it happened, but they still couldn't stop it. It happened, right, at that point in time when I said it was going to happen. And then my father died after that. And I I had to wait a week until I could actually go and say my goodbye to his corpse. It was just the way everyone wanted things done, so I had to wait and go and kiss a corpse that's been dead a week. You can hear me sort of chuckling about it, but it's like, that's like no, you can't come and kiss him goodbye. No, you can't come and pay your respects and kiss him while he's lying at home. You wait a week and then we'll let you kiss him after he's, you know. Sorry, I nearly blew my cigarette all over the bed then. So, yeah, you can understand when I say it was the hardest thing I've had to do in my life ever. I mean it. It'd be a bit like me succeeding and completing the overdose in prison, wouldn't it? And I still was punishing myself, so I used a hunger strike instead. It was only after the hunger strike ended that I ended the hunger strike. At the exact moment I was going to start withdrawing the water from the hunger strike. I got moved into that other cell where the first power cut happened. So my body's already been pushed to its limit. Seriously depleted, and I'm still trying to exercise, trying to keep some sort of mental focus. Can't go gym, disabled. So I'm doing physiotherapy exercises on the floor in my, what would be bedroom / toilet. See what I mean? But to me, I've got it pictured in my mind. I've just been moved from one room to another room, and I'll be back in the other room later, which I am. So that's how I got through it all. No big up the stories or nothing. You've heard me talk about it, explain how things were. Only had a problem with one person in there. Yeah, I got shouted at by screws and stuff. And everyone will, you know, I was trying not to step on someone's toes. I felt someone's foot underneath my foot in the canteen queue. And I didn't want to press down on my heel. And my other ankle sort of played up. So I've dropped my tray. Bread's gone flying all over the floor and everything. Yeah, there wasn't nothing untoward going on. I just lost my balance. You know what I mean? I didn't have my walking stick with me. Because some of the prisoners were saying it was a weapon, and it was like, okay, so I do this without my walking stick. Then start saying you get shoved my walking stick up my arse, come and fucking try. Here you go, I'll leave the walking stick behind, come and fucking try. So I got shouted at by the screw because I didn't clean up some of the other stuff while I hit the floor as well. And in my head, he's demeaning me in front of everyone who's just seen me drop all my stuff and get my food off the floor, put it back on my tray, and I'm sort of limping off to my cell. because my hips playing up at that, my ankle. And he's shouting at me in front of everyone. And you'd usually feel about 1 inch tall or something while someone's doing something like that to you. The whole wing's there getting their dinner. I've turned round, looked him eye to eye, and growled back, I don't give a fuck. Turned round, kept walking to my cell. No one said a thing. It was silent. There was no shouting back, who's your feet all talking to? Come back here. There was none of that. It was just a man talking to a man. But a reflection of energy. And he got it straight away. He didn't need to react to it. He just understood it. He understood that moment. No, I'm not going to push this bloke further. He's going to go fucking mental in a minute. He's just had to pick his food up in front of everyone. He's explained clearly in front of everyone that he was trying not to step on someone's toe. But their foot was right under my fucking heel of my foot, do you know what I mean? I lost balance. Didn't give a fuck if everyone had been walking in that spot. I'm still gonna eat my fucking food. I just got my fungus strike, remember? Scrambled my food up, growled back, getting stronger. Yeah, I've got to that stage tonight where I'm still thinking about my dad too much, so I'm going to have another drink tonight. So that'll probably be the end of that bottle. So, I'm not out Scooby-Dooing or anything I shouldn't be doing. Do you know what I mean? No, it's going to be a cider top then. That's going to taste fucking manky. It's like fucking Alka-Seltzer water in it. White cider. Jank. Fucking tastes jank. I'll have to add more Fanta to it as I go down and sip it a bit, I think. But it's going to taste horrible. Like I said, it's like fucking battery acid in it, white cider. It's just got that taste to it, like vinegar. Yeah. It's cheap and cheerful though. You're right there, Marnie. He's quite happily chilled out on the bed beside me. Yeah, I enjoyed that video. I just finished watching. I still got the Mariana one to watch. Finish off. That's what I woke up watching from my nap. Everything got a bit too much. I wasn't mashed on, I think. It was just like being very stressful, tiring, mentally exhausting day, emotionally and everything. So I just ended up, fuck it, nod off for a while. But I'm in a really good, happy place and being positive. I'm just talking the way I am at the moment because it's 10 o'clock at night. I don't want the neighbour fucking do you know what I mean? Having a couple of doobs, thinking about my father and the good times. I everyone taking me banger racing and stuff as a kid. I'm not very old because I can remember him saying like, "Well, get up on the bonnet if you can't see properly." So like, he's let us stand on the bonnet of his Jag. Do you know what I mean? I remember fucking twatting my brother actually because Dad had told me, you know, because I was being a bit hyper, getting a bit excited and jumping about a bit, and he told me not to jump on the car because it'd dent the car. It's a fucking Jag, do you know what I mean? Back in the early 1970s. So, but the way my dad told me, don't jump on the car, I didn't jump on the car from that point. I just knew you didn't have to tell me twice. My brother's still jumping about and the bonnet's bouncing, do you know what I mean? The whole car's bouncing, he's jumping up and down there heavily. So I've twatted my brother and I said, "Dad said don't jump on the car." And my dad weren't very impressed with it because he took us out for a nice day and he ended up in that. So he got a bit emotional about it. You know what I mean? He didn't get much time to spend with us and it ended up like that. That's how he saw it. But we was only kids, being kids, do you know what I mean? I used to remember going for a drive with my dad and that on my own. Just me and my dad. All good. Remember all those memories clearly. Yeah. So, yeah, not depressed. Just processing stuff. Yeah, peace, love and respect for the people, you know, I had peace, love and respect for the people that I was living amongst in there. No problems except that one thing. I was having PTSD issues in there. Like I said, I couldn't take the overdose because for exactly the same reason as what I've just described with my father. I couldn't do that to my kids, which that turned out to be ultimately what happened with my dad when he died. You know, I couldn't say to my kids, "Oh, wait over there while I go and die over there." Go in there and take the overdose. Your dad's dead, you know. But that's how I've been dealing with my father's death. Exactly that. I didn't get to see him in his last moments, so I've only got memories of him when he was at his fittest and finest, if you see what I mean. I noticed anyway, as he was getting older, that something weren't right, because, you know, I'm observant like that, but I don't say nothing about it. I just like, when I was told, I was like, oh no, I just knew what was happening. I had a friend on the building site, had exactly the same thing, so I knew it was going to be quicker than what my sister was telling me. And I did actually say that to her. I didn't sugarcoat it. I said, "Oh my God, yeah, okay, this is going to happen. Yeah, you're going to be there, so be aware this is going to happen. If I can help you with any advice, I will do." I didn't bombard them with messages just saying this, that and the other. I was just saying how I was feeling, and they were seeing it firsthand, so they knew I was feeling every single thing my father was going through. I was linked. I was taking as much pain as I could off of him. That was my final thing I could do for my father, because I was younger and felt could absorb more pain than he could at these times in life, while he was trying to love his family around him. So that's what I was doing for my father. Never spoken about it, but yeah. He was part of me, so it was easy to link to him energetically. As energy. Don't forget, he was very sick and on medication, and would have been scared by the effects of it all, and trying to express what he means to his family as he's drifting further and further out, and I was able to help him with that out of body, while he was out of body. It was a very painful time for me, because I knew what I was going through myself, and my own health situation wasn't the pain that I was feeling while that was going on. So, but it was very similar. I even explained to my sister, I said, look, I know what I'm going through and what the pain levels should be for that. The pain levels are a lot higher, and Dad's got the same sort of areas playing up, so I know it's coming from him. Everything. Pains in the head as it went through his body, pains in the back, liver, everywhere. I was feeling everything. While trying to be positive and send him loving energy, and you know, but not being able to go there at all because he was so scared and worried about COVID. So it turned into a COVID excuse, you know. Basically, because he was trying to distract me to get me to go off and talk about stuff I'd learned about COVID, just to distract me from what was really going on there, where he was his last few moments and shit, you know. So I respected and did everything that was asked of me, and it was a very, very difficult thing for me to do. So if I want to self-medicate, and finish off that bottle of cider. Like I said, I'm not a drinker per se, but sometimes you have to deal with your pain and trauma however you feel comfortable feeling with it. But you don't overdo things. Listen to a former addict telling you who can look at the stuff and be around the stuff and not touch it. I can be around any substance and not touch it, including my private medication, a bit of herb. I can be around alcohol, not touch it. Used to be a very heavy drinker, very heavy bang bang drug user. If the first one weren't good enough, then bang, another hit. Just to speed my brain up so fast that it couldn't think. In other words, blotting out trauma. Just stopped me thinking. But it was also causing me seizures and blackouts and behavioural issues. You know what I mean? I was getting into stupid arrests and that. Got caught with a knife on me. But my old wingman, he's done a lot bad. He just got given a council flat. So I'd gone from a bricklaying course that I was doing at college at the time. Straight got picked up by my mate from college. Gone straight to his new gaff. And we've got out of one of the old DIY shop skips. We got a roll of carpet. A whole roll of carpet. Just wants cleaning. So but he'd do his whole walk through front room, really long front room, and they'd do a lot of it, but we got no Stanley knives. Driving an illegal car and that, and we're all pissed because we're all going through our ex's shit at the time, so we're all heavy drinking, driving, taking drugs, just off the wagon, completely self-destruct mode. As we're trimming the carpet with this lock knife, we're like just chucking the strips on the fireplace and lighting it. It smoked down the whole fucking village and everything, do you know what I mean? Nearly set the chimney on fire. But anyway, we come back from there and we come back to our flat by the old cricket ground in Canterbury. Yes, we used to really take the piss there out of the Lord Mayor and his cricket matches. It was like a free bar, up over the fence, in the fridges, bottles and bottles of champagne, wine, blah 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 blah. Anyway, we got back to the flat. That's another story for another day. It's just lads taking the piss when they got nothing to lose in life because their families are falling apart sort of time in life. So we're just taking the piss, robbing and doing what the fuck we wanted to do. But also working and benefits and the occasional lucky strikes and stuff like that. You know what I mean about that side of life. We got back to the flat and the police pulled up behind us. My mate's like, oh shit, I'm going, oh shit, I've got a fucking knife in my pocket, I've got scissors here. He goes, fucking ding the scissors for starters. So I've had them to him, he's flipped them, they've gone, they ain't been seen going. I'm still stuck with a knife in my pocket. But I can explain that away because I've just been cutting his carpet at his new gaff, right? So we're getting searched. He's found the knife. He said, what's this? I said, fucking penknife. obviously in my college clothes, aren't I? I'm doing a bricklaying course. I'm still smothered in the same fucking lime and sand mix. You can see it all over my clothes. It's all over the fucking knife. I've been using it at college for cutting the damn course in. And I've just come from my mate's flat here. We've been cutting in a bit of carpet for his new flat. And we've just come back to this flat where I actually live. He said, oh, is that right? He said, well, we know him very, very well. He said, so therefore, we know you. I said, is that right? I said, okay. I said, well, it's not a weapon. You can clearly see it's not a weapon. He's took it off me and he's like radioing to and fro and this and that. And I can feel the energy building up within myself. We've got snow on the ground. There's a chill in the air. I'm literally watching how the wind's blowing in the trees because I can feel the energy build up. Anyway, gusts of wind have started just buffeting me. Right, and I've looked at John and John's gone, oh no. So I've like just spread my arms out. You know, that what pose. As I've scooped a bit of snow off the floor. And I'm holding it in my hands like I can feel it rapidly melting. I'm that hot at that point. So I know at that point it's just about to, something's about to happen. Then like the policeman's trying to talk to me about this knife and I'm just ignoring it. I'm just saying to the policeman, butting in, saying like, can you feel that? Can you sense what's going on? And he's like getting a bit nervous. Right? Because as I'm saying it, we get really strong gusts of wind, buffet him, buffet me at the same time, and you can hear it go in the trees as I'm speaking. Right, and he's on the radio and he's muttering something or other, and like I'm looking him eye to eye, and like each time I speak, the wind's going. It's like air bending, do you know what I mean? But it's your inner energies affecting what's going on around you then. Anyway, I got a court case out of that. Got charged with possessing an offensive weapon. Police lied in court. When they produced the knife, it was completely clean, it had been cleaned off. No sand or cement on it whatsoever. Looked like I just had it in my pocket as a weapon. But there you go. Just another nail in the coffin lid, isn't it? When they look at your criminal record and they say, oh, right, he's this, he's that. No, that was there to cut my mate's carpet in, which I'd just come from doing. So again, they lied on my criminal record. Yeah. I suggest to you this was for. I said, well, I suggest to you it is like I told you it was. And if you'd like me to prove it, I will contact the college and get them to forward the evidence to you that I was using it in college in that morning. And then I went to my friend's flat, like I said, and cut the carpet in for him as a favour to my friend. Don't you take that tone with us. Is this you? Yes, that's me. Right. What's that tell you? What's that tell you? What's that got to do with this? You know what I mean? Fuck off. Okay, got some sort of fine for it. I don't think I ever paid the fine. I think I paid a few, and over a course of time it's written off, and it. You write them a letter, you've moved on in life, you write a letter to the court council to get your son's fines cancelled because he nearly died in your city. You know, that's how I deal with the system. So I got my son's fines squashed from when he fell off the bridge that time. You know what I mean? That was after, you know, afterwards there was a lot of weirdness happened in that city. Bombs planted and police and army all over the place. Remember what I said, the story about the flag stealing and the army base, but also got conquered after the police's flag was stolen in that city. So the police was beaten, the army was beaten, and then up here, and they did that to me, and then the crown was beaten. So, what can I say? You know, I should be slurring my words and not making sense like a lunatic. So, I'm just going to get something. Let's get that out of the way. Oh dear. That needs a duster over it quickly before I put that on me. God, that's dusty. Try, this is just me showing you something. But it's smothered in dust. So because of my emphysema and shit, I don't wear masks anymore. blow your head off. My good boy. Alright, you can lay down now. Oh, not doing too bad. Trying to be a nice person these days in life. Marnie, away from that. It's an open bottle of fucking Fanta, mate. Up you get. Come on, let me have my drink and smoke in peace. Come on, up. Good boy. That's it. See, I'm not unhappy, am I? Just dealing with stuff. And I don't mean that in a negative way. I mean that in a positive way. Minding my own business. Not getting no complaints about what I do, because I am discreet about what I do, even if I post a video about what I'm doing. It's how I deal with things. When people mess about with that sort of how I deal with things, then obviously it's an attack against my actual how I live, isn't it? So I take it more personally. So I don't like tittle-tattlers or fucking grasses, because it affects how I have to live, doesn't it? And it causes me pain, literally. So I don't tolerate that sort of bullshit. Yeah, each to their own, innit? You dare dog fart me tonight, Marnie. You dare, look at you. Oh, that's right, where I fucking roll one. God dear. God dear, Marnie, you better not. Ain't you ruined my buzz. Oh, I thought that went off then, but it hasn't. It's still recording. So I'm just going to let this video go. 43 minutes. Yeah, I don't do live stuff, Vanessa. Got to do it live. I did a few of them in the build-up to the sentencing and everything, where it was just, I was catching them out left, right and centre, so I was going live just to capture it. You know what I mean? I was catching some proper stuff out. The list of the people that was fucking being used to fucking do it. Oh, mate. So yeah, that's why I keep myself to myself living here. But why am I still here? Well, it's a simple fact. I've lived in some fucking rough areas in my life. Rougher, much rougher than anything these jokers are doing around me. Yeah, they might have been smart, but they haven't had to live amongst what I've had to live amongst. So they don't have the knowledge of how to survive if their environment changes, which is the point of what's going on in it. Their environment is changing as their lives are coming to an end and they don't like it. It's not what they want for their tribe. I'm an outside influence, been moved into a new area, but I've also got Europeans around me that have been moved into the area. And this is the funny thing, the Europeans are looking at the situation thinking like, this is funny, they're all fighting amongst themselves. There's talk of wars, and they won't fight for their country, and they're fighting amongst themselves. They can't understand. They can't understand us. I think we're crazy. But that's because we're all lions, and we've all got our own convictions, our own views. Neither willing to submit to the other, whether they be neighbour or brother or sister or whatever. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, what was the state trying to put in my head that day at Christmas when it came from the courtroom? Think about it. I've got 2 brothers, 2 sisters. Right. And this is the imprint that they're trying to put into my brain, yeah. You let the solicitors do the talking. I heard it with my own ears, what was being said, so I can confirm that the probation officer was lying through his fucking teeth to the judge to get me convicted, which he then gets a payment for. Like a Christmas bonus the day before Christmas Eve. See what I'm saying? Anyway, when I actually get sentenced, I'm then forced into a very tight space with 2 women who take me down in this tiny space. And I'm talking like enough room for 3 people to stand up in sort of lift down to the basement. Not stairs. So I'm like, it's like being flushed down the toilet, literally. Do you know what I mean? Walked out the fucking bottom of the lift. Like I said, the step was lower than I thought it was going to be, so I was like, more or less, fell off that step because my ankle's given way and my head's spinning and it's... I'm in the van. Before travelling a short distance from the court to the prison where I stayed. So all they've done really, when you take away all that bravado and everything, they've moved me from one room to another room, from one part of the city to another part of the city, while they had access to my smart technology, which was linked to my computer systems, because this is all investigatory powers act, really, remember. And the police have already said that they want to have a look through my windows, which the system's on, while they come back on, while they recce the place to see if I'm living alone or if it is, like I said it was, on my disability forms. Yeah, so why am I really in prison? I'm being investigated. Not because of the situation with the actor next door. Right? It's just an excuse to use that act. Yeah, there you go. Why? Well, I did tell my father why, and he laughed because I was joking about it. I was saying about going round like a fucking bailiff and taking the man's fucking car off him. Yeah, fucking cheeky bastards not paying me properly. Oh, he used to make my dad laugh when I used to tell him about it. I said, yeah, I got the fucker. He said, what do you mean? I said, yeah, blinded by the light. Tip of the spear. Use of nature. I said, yeah. I said, keep denying me my right to get a mobility scooter. I said, I can't get an old people's one. I said, I've got to have one that looks like something else. Do you know what I mean? I said, it's a pride thing, Dad. I said, mind you, I said, look at that fucking stupid old pisshead. I said, it's just fucking flipped a fucking Range Rover. I'll go and fucking bailiff him in it. I'm confiscating it off you to fucking buy my mobility scooter with, you cheeky bastard. Come round here acting stupid, driving like that. And my dad fucking laughed, you know what I mean? Talking about the Duke of Edinburgh. My nearby neighbours. So, 1, 2, 3, eh? The other one went the week before my dad died. So he knew I finished the task. Then after my dad died, the Pope died. Her Pope, Ratzinger. All done by the end of the year. See, the system attacked the wrong family. It wasn't anything to do with organised crime or anything like that. This was something on a completely different level. Don't know why, but they knew something that we didn't know, and that's why they was doing it. So I found out what that was. So, oh, Charlie Big Potatoes. Now, does he mean that in a skunk and Nancy way? Or does he mean that talking about his Sandringham neighbours? Or is he having a dig at us on that? Well, you'll have to have a look at the song Charlie Big Potatoes by Skunk and Nancy. Enjoy the stream like I did. Should have been a live, but I called it as a video because I was watching the Mariana Trench thing, remember? Or you can think about my Sandringham neighbours from here and laugh how I laugh. And then, next time, you do the old Eric and Ernie, the Jungle Book thing. remember, old Charlie Big Ears ain't really Charlie Big Ears, King Tampon, is he? It's a feudal system that gave them their titles, isn't it? Seeing as my family was targeted and their family's losing, notice that fell over when I said that. I was just roaching. Yeah, someone's sword in the stone type stuff. It sort of ruined his coronation, didn't it? But it was allowed to go ahead, wasn't it? But in the feudal system, if the monarch's taken out, the line of succession is broken because the victor becomes the ruler. It's then his bloodline, it's the royals, isn't it? Which is why I've been joking with Adam and the Ants music. Kings of the Wild Frontier. Have I got any interest in that sort of thinking? Have a fuck. I'm an anarchist. The fuck. No, we're all kings, we're all born sovereign in this country. That's the whole point of it, isn't it? We don't have a ruler. We are ruled by none. Ever. It's a sovereign protector, not a king or a queen. Get that straight, which means their laws, their police force, their army are their own private thing, not ours. But the buck stops with whose name it's done in. Now you get the point of how they lost. So, I'm celebrating tonight, not drowning my sorrows. I'm bashing my brain up with drugs. I have arthritis, that's what that's for. And the cider's just for me to lower my ambitions a little bit and let some of these memories out. So cheers. You've seen the mask slip. And you've also seen me take off the old work mask. So, cheers, cheers, and cheers, like a Humphrey. Do, 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 do. Oh, what music have I got for tonight? I wasn't going to play any music, but I feel like celebrating a bit at the moment. It's going to be a tricky day tomorrow, so what would I go for? Matt Monro. Or the Furies. So I'd either listen to my style of memory triggers, or my dad's style of memories, you know, what would I choose? It'd be one of those two, I should think. Or I could go for something completely different to change my way of thinking completely. Who knows? I'll see what the time is first, because I've got things to do tomorrow. That's about it anyway, I think. What's that? 101011. Whoa. Freaky.